Hey guys, on this quick video, I want to give you the 5 steps that I did to reach financial freedom. And when I say financial freedom, I'm talking about a 7-figure net worth and choices, the ability to make choices, because we all want choices in life and we want choices with our money. And that's what financial freedom is all about. And do me a favor, guys, pay attention to number 5, because number 5 I think is really, really important. And I think it's where a lot of people go wrong. Now, me reaching financial freedom, guys, it wasn't about waking up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning or reading 50 books a year, or living in a tiny house, clipping coupons and growing my own food and living like a pauper. It wasn't any of that, guys, right? These are just 5 simple things that we all can do, and I want to share them with you on this video and hopefully help you guys see that, you know what, this is something you can do as well. You know, building wealth and becoming a millionaire is not something that's out of reach for most people. For most people, it's very, very doable. And you can do it in very practical steps, and I want to share them with you. So let's jump right into it, guys. The very first thing I did starting back in 1994 is contributing to a retirement plan. Now, it could be a 401k, a 403b, a thrift savings plan, or whatever it is, guys. In 1994, I was a school teacher, and I began contributing because I was forced to contribute to my state teacher retirement plan, right? They forced us to put 10% of our salary into that. And that was going obviously into the stock market, and it was getting compound interest and all that good stuff. And you may be saying, well, 1994, that's a long time ago. Well, guys, building wealth can take some time. Okay, that's very important to note. But the point is for 7 years, from 1994 to about 2001, I put 10% of my entire salary towards a retirement plan. And actually in 1995, I was taught by a guy, an insurance guy, who was selling annuities, and I bought an annuity from him and ultimately got rid of it. But he taught me the power of compound interest. He taught me the power of taking your money, putting it in the stock market, and letting that money grow, and letting the interest on that money grow as well. Compounding over time. He showed me compound interest tables, and back then they were actual tables, and I would look at those things and I would say, you know what? Now I can see myself a vision of where I can be in 15 or 20 or 30 years with money. I can sort of dream about what could be with this money if I start putting money in. And so, long story short, let's fast forward to 2002. When I started working for the federal government, I took all of that money out. It was about a little over $10,000. I took that money out of that state teacher retirement fund and I transferred it right over to the federal government. The federal government has what's called a thrift savings plan. That's like a 401k, but it's for federal government workers. And after I transferred that $10,000 over to the federal government's thrift savings plan, I didn't touch it. I started actually contributing about 3% of my salary towards it. 3 to 5% over the next 15 years is what I contributed to my thrift savings plan. So in other words, guys, that $10,000 that I had in 2001 from being a teacher, I've never touched it since then. It's still growing as we speak today because I did not borrow from it. I didn't get a loan on it. I didn't withdraw it for any reason. I just let it sit and grow. Now, in the last few years, I've been contributing a lot more to it than just 5%, right? So that's the first thing I did. I took advantage of putting money to the side for my retirement. And since 2002 or so, I've voluntarily been putting money towards my retirement since then. That's low-hanging fruit for most of us, guys, because most of us that work a job, we have a 401k. And even if you don't have a 401k or 403b or some type of retirement planning at your job, you can always open up a brokerage account at fidelity.com or vanguard.com or one of these brokerage houses and start contributing some of your money. The more, the better. Now, hey, I wish that instead of doing 3 to 5% for 15 years that I was doing 10 and 15%. But you live and you learn, right? Now, the second thing I did was I bought real estate early on. When I was 30 years old in the year 2000, we assumed a mortgage loan for my mother-in-law. And that same year, I went out and bought my first rental property. Now, I bought several other properties after that. But real estate, guys, I got into real estate early. More than 22, 23 years ago, I bought my first piece of rental property. To this day, I still own a couple of properties that I manage myself, and that's why you'll see a lot of real estate videos on this channel, because I talk about how to buy, how to maintain, and how to grow real estate portfolios for people. Because it's very important, guys. A big piece of me building wealth had to do with real estate. And the two properties that I still have, I bought them more than 20 years ago, and I bought them for $30,000 or $50,000 or so. And today, the couple of rental properties that I still have are worth well over $100,000. So early on, guys, I decided to invest in real estate. Now, the third thing I did was I kept my expenses low. Even though I began to make more money, because you really don't reach your peak earning years, guys, until you're in your 40s and your 50s and beyond. So every time that I made more money, I didn't spend more money. Now, this one is key because this one has a lot to do with discipline. Thank goodness for me, I had a little discipline over the years because a lot of people think, hey, I make more money and guess what? Now I deserve to spend a whole lot more money. And for me, guys, that was never a thing for me. It was never exciting for me to go out. No, I make more money. I got a raise. Let me go out and spend a whole bunch of money. Spending money never really was an adrenaline rush for me. And so if you believe that the more money you make, the more money you should spend, if that's your mind frame, it's going to be real hard for you to build wealth, guys. I've been able to not spend more money even though I make more money and build that cushion, right? And what that cushion is, when I refer to the cushion, I'm talking about the money between what you bring in and what you send out. The difference between your income and your expenses. If you can keep your expenses down over the years and just let your income build up, now your expenses is right here staying the same, but your income keeps building up and up, then that cushion becomes bigger. Now, what you can do with that cushion is you can pay off bad debt, you can build your emergency fund, you can invest in the stock market or in index funds or ETFs, you can invest in real estate, the more cushion you have. And so for me, guys, that cushion got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, for a lot of people, they take that big cushion and they go on vacations, they splurge on shoes and clothes and cars and material things. If you want to do that with your cushion, you're well within your right to do it. That's your money. Personal finance is personal. But for me, guys, when I had that cushion and I saw that cushion growing, for me, that meant more money to invest or more money to pay off some old debt or more money to put towards an emergency fund. It meant doing something productive with that cushion that I could see long term. Because you got to remember, guys, you can do whatever you want to do with your money. But there's trade-offs that you have to be aware of. There's certain things that if you want to build wealth down the road in the future, you've got to make some type of sacrifices today. And perhaps that cushion, as your income grows and grows, is something you got to always think about what you're doing with it. But for me, making more money and spending the same amount of money was huge, and it was key to helping me build my wealth. Now, the fourth thing that I did to help me reach financial freedom was making sure I stayed organized with my money, organized on a regular basis. And obviously, the best way to do that is with a budget. And so every single month, really the last 31 years, I've done a budget every single month, whether it was written on a piece of paper in a notebook or whether it was a spreadsheet online, a Google sheet, whatever it may be. I always do a budget because I always want to be organized. Speaking to that cushion again, guys, between your income and expenses, you don't really know what the cushion is until you write it out on paper somehow and get a feel for what that cushion is. What is your income that you have coming into the household and what is the expenses going out of the household, right? A budget really puts that in focus for you and helps you get organized with your money and helps you figure out, okay, now how much do I have to spend towards paying off debt? Or how much do I really have to spend investing in the stock market, right? You need to know that. And the best way to know that is being as organized as possible with your money. And the way you organize your money is some type of written budget, some type of unique written budget every single month so that you can account for the money and you can tell the money exactly what to do. That's been huge for me. And I credit being consistent with a budget for being a big part of why I was able to reach financial freedom and reach a 7-figure net worth because I focused on the money. Now, that doesn't mean I worship the money. It just means I paid close attention and I was intentional with the money that I received every couple of weeks or every month, right? I was very, very intentional what I did with the money. And being intentional with the money by creating a budget gave me a feeling of control and a sense of, okay, I'm in control of my money, and being in control of my money helped me grow my money. So a budget was key for me. Now, I asked you guys to stick around for number 5, and the reason is this. Number 5 is one that a lot of people tend to get wrong. And I want to make sure I talk about it because it's really, really been important for me throughout my entire money journey. Now, number 5 is this. I made a very serious commitment to not take on any new bad debt. And when I say any new bad debt, I'm talking about debt on things that were going down in value, things that were depreciating in value. Now, I made that commitment in about the year 2010 after I bought a truck. I went out and bought a 2-year-old used truck, but after I bought the truck, something struck me and I said, you know what? I really don't want to buy or spend money on things that's going down in value like this again. So since about 2010 or 2011, I decided no new bad debt. And it was about that time that I cut up any credit cards that we had and said, we're done. Thankfully, I was able to pay that Tundra off pretty quick. And to be honest with you guys, I don't even know what my credit score is. I don't even care about my credit score. I've checked my credit one time since 2011. And that one time that I checked my credit is because I was refinancing my primary residence in about 2014 or 2015. I had to check my credit to see what it was, right? But other than that, guys, I haven't checked my credit since about 2011 because I just decided to not use credit. I haven't bought any rental property since then, so there was no need to check it. I haven't had a need to check my credit. No new debt. No new debt on things going down in value. That was huge. Now, hey guys, this is just me and it's my experience and it's what led to my financial freedom. It's what I did. I chose not to live worrying about debt or worrying about credit without chasing a credit score, without caring about what Experian and TransUnion and Equifax cared about me. I don't care what they care about me. I pay all my bills and I pay my bills on time. And that's all that matters. So I haven't worried about my credit score. Right now, guys, I only have a tiny amount of debt on a couple of rental houses and a primary house. And all that debt will be paid off in a couple of years. And I hope you guys are here on this channel for that journey. Again, guys, this is what I did to become a millionaire. It's my money journey and how I became financially free. If you got anything at all out of this quick video, do me a favor and smash the like button below. Hopefully, my journey can encourage you guys or motivate you or even inspire you to say, hey, look, if this regular dude built his net worth from a negative $30,000 to now a 7-figure net worth, then I can do it too. It's going to take some time, but it's very possible. And again, guys, it wasn't anything fancy. It wasn't anything miraculous or something crazy, or I didn't win the lottery or do anything like that. Just steady, good decisions. Now, I made a lot of bad decisions too. Don't get me wrong. And I discussed that on some of the videos on this channel. But I made a few good decisions along the way. And I did these 5 things that I discussed on this video to help me get to that financial freedom. I hope these 5 things was able to help somebody realize that you can do it too. Guys, also do me a favor and check out a few of the videos I'm going to put right here for more about my financial journey and things to help you along your financial journey. Hey guys, I offer one-on-one financial mentoring and coaching. If you're looking to grow your current income by adding multiple streams of income, or you want to maximize the current income that you have and get the most out of your money right now, or simply become a better manager of your money, a better steward over your current finances, I might be a good fit for you. Or if you're looking to get into the real estate game, perhaps buy properties, perhaps even manage the properties that you have right now better, or simply grow a real estate portfolio. I've got 22 years of owning and managing my own real estate, so I can definitely help you in that area as well. You'll find a link to my schedule below. Feel free to reach out to me, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.